Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. I get a little closer. I think that's a C with a period after it. Dunn? I think it's Dunn. Maybe it's Dune. I didn't see any websites on here, but there's the spelling. That way, if you want to search that out, feel free. Supportive Oracle card, Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. It's illustrated by Jesse Reish, and there's a Hay House website at the bottom if you freeze frame, hayhouse.com. Okay. Cancer. Boom. Ooh. That's a good one. Well, let's see where it's going. Okay. You have this one card showing up in the future that I just did Pisces. They had that same card. And it seems like it's not bad. So strange. Well, we'll get a little bit farther into this in a second. There's a situation that's usually stressful for you. Usually stressful. It's not at the moment, but I feel like maybe you're on the outside of it a little bit. You're on the outside a little bit with the Four of Cups. You don't really want to be, but at the same time, it's like, with you being on the outside of the situation, it's not as stressful. With the Ten of Wands, though, it's like, even though it was stressful, it was succeeding. So it was doing well, but maybe the situation has grown or changed in a way where it's just like you're more detached from it than you used to be. And you don't have the ability to really watch over it or look at what's going on. I'm going to say look, watch, but I feel like you're a little bit disconnected at the moment. There is a card here backing that up. And it's like, even though you're not connected, it bothers you. And you're like, if I could see what was going on, if I could just watch it a little closer, I'd have the confidence that it was okay, but I don't feel completely confident that it is okay. And I'm kind of nervous, like, something random here could happen and cause a lot of damage. You'd like to be closer to the situation, even though it's very stressful, and it's less stress for you to be away from it. There's still that nervousness of like, yeah, but I want to be sure it works out. You definitely have a big attachment to this situation. You're very attached to it. Like, it's hard to push forward. You also want to be involved in the decisions moving forward. For some reason, and maybe this only hits a few people, but in the next few years, I keep getting 4 years, but in the next few years, you're expecting like things to actually change dramatically with this situation. And it's almost like, well, in 4 years, it's not gonna be in my control anymore, and I'm aware of that. But I wanted to be able to help more until we got there. I just can't. And it's kind of like, I want to help set this situation up for success, but I'm so detached from what I want right now. There's a lot of like, I like the term moving pieces. Because I feel like whatever you were connected with more in the past, it didn't like seem to be blocking you. It may have been challenging in the past, but it didn't seem to block you in the past. But now there seems to be like more of a block. Can we get like a little bit more about that? Like, why is there this block energy at the moment? Somebody else is trying to have more control here. They get the Two of Swords. It's like a literal block. Somebody feels like okay, the way somebody else feels, I can't say if it's right or wrong, it's a general read, but somebody else feels like your help is not help, it's more enabling. I'm not saying that's right, but you may have heard that from somebody else. Maybe that's why they're blocking you. They feel like you're enabling and not helping. You know what I mean? So take it with a grain of salt. It's subjective, it's a general read, but if somebody said that to you, that might be like a trigger to realize that maybe this is a reading for you, maybe. It doesn't mean that that's the case, but they feel like you need to step out because they feel like the behavior that you're supplying here is just helping this person continue on another bad behavior. So they're detaching you from it and letting this person kind of swim on their own, which makes you scared because it's kind of like, yeah, but if we're letting them swim on their own, they could drown. So you have real concerns, honest concerns, like legitimate concerns about why you don't really care for this way of doing things. But I also get like, this is where the proof is going to come forward that this person that you've been helping or the situation you've been helping can do better and maybe needs to go through the school of hard knocks to do that, which is really interesting to say that when I'm holding up the sun card. The sun card, I feel the sun is very fiery. I feel like that's obvious, but it doesn't mean it's a fire card, but I'm getting like this card, the temperance card, is a fire card. I'm getting like things are going to go down their natural path. I'm getting better now than later because the analogy I'm getting is like this is letting somebody swim on their own and it makes you nervous, like, oh my god, but they could drown. But they're contained within a pool at this point. It may be a large pool, but they're contained within a pool. So there's still like other people can keep an eye out if this person does happen to drown or go through that process of drowning. It's an easier chance that somebody could get to them quick and save them. Later, they're going to go into like an ocean or a lake or something like that. It's going to be, if they drowned in that and they're off by themselves, you know, people may never know. You know what I mean? They may be. It's more dangerous out there in like the ocean or in a lake or something, versus like a contained pool. If you follow me. So that's what it's better now than later is what I'm getting, because it will happen sooner or later. It's just right now, if they make those mistakes, maybe they can learn that harsh lesson and decide that they don't really want to do that. There's more coming forward. So what else is coming forward? They are going to stumble. Can we get a little bit more about the stumble? Because I don't think this is going to be like, when I'm getting like the water analogy and the swimming, I don't think this is somebody who's going to drown. I think this is somebody who's going to swallow a bit of water, and they're going to cough and choke a little bit, but it's not going to stop their heart, if you follow me. But they're going to get into some issues. Yeah. Somebody is setting them up a little bit. Whatever the situation is, whether it be a person or a situation, somebody is setting it up to create this conflict. I get the Empress coming in halfway, it's upside down, right side up a little bit. Like the dice is like, but it's like pointing to the past. Like they know what this person needs to. If it's a person, they know what this person needs to improve on, and they're setting them up to encounter these problems, and then they're not helping them at all. They're leaving other people around to do that. So it's like, if this is a person who normally takes another person to the pool and then keeps an eye on them to make sure that they don't get too rowdy or they don't, go too deep or whatever, or, they're not going to, have an issue. They're taking them to this pool, making sure there's lifeguards there, and then they're leaving. They're leaving it, so they're nowhere near it. They're not going to see it happen. They're not going to be able to help that person. They're going to rely on other people to help them. That's the analogy I'm getting. But I'm also getting the true love come to me. This seems to change the dynamic for this person a lot. Because when other people who are not emotionally invested in this person, if it's a person, help this person, there's no pampering. There's none at all. So it'll be kind of like looked at. If they did something to create a situation where they shouldn't have been doing what they were, and what they did caused them to get into trouble, these people will save them and pull them out of the water and make sure that they're okay, but they'll also make sure that they realize you're not going to do this because you're going to make this more dangerous for other people. You need to follow the rules. If you're not going to follow the rules, you're not going to swim in the pool. Something like that. It's a little bit more harsh of a lesson, but it seems to really scare this person. It seems to make the point that needs to be made. Yeah. We got the Two of Cups. It's going to shape this person up. I'm not saying that's guaranteed in life, but that's what I'm getting for this reading. I feel like you're going to see this. This person, I saw it over here too. Like, whoever this person is, if it's a person or a situation, it's something where they have to pull it together and they gotta, we all have restrictions. I'm sorry, we do. It's kind of like not everybody can sing, if you follow me. Like, we can all want to sing. We can all believe we can sing. We all can't sing, if you follow me. Stuff like that. Like, we aren't all born to be gold medalists in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Some of us can do well. Some of us can just watch. They have to learn their own personal boundaries, what they can and can't do, and what the risk is of trying to, BS it too much. What is this good cheer? And it's weird because I feel like with this going on, I do feel like they connect to people differently. This good cheer coming in, I feel like whatever, if this is a person, they're going to learn, or no, I think they're going to connect to new people, good people, who are going to actually take them down a different road and show them different ways to do things. But they're not going to coddle them at all. There's going to be no coddling, which seems to work better. This person, if it's a person, of course, I know I keep saying that, is going to get a lot stronger. A lot stronger. I'm getting like, when you see this down the road, you're going to be a lot happier with it. Your connection is still diminished, but there. One thing I like about this deck, the Illuminati, that's what it's called, right? Tarot Illuminati. They use Prince and Princess in some of these cards, and it's just, when I see them, it just kind of goes back and forth between page and knight. I don't really assign page or knight to a gender. So when I'm feeling this, it's like sometimes you'll be more active, sometimes you'll be less active with this person. It's going to kind of ebb and flow, but you'll always be there. You'll always be there with this person. And I feel like you're going to be a lot happier seeing them succeed and holding themselves up rather than having to be held up. Is that it? All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.